welcome to HubSpot by the Insight Studio. We're here to teach you everything you need to know to leverage HubSpot so your company can grow. Today, I'm going to show you how to edit your default sales pipeline in HubSpot, how to add a new one if you have a pro version, and how to do backend automation on your deal pipelines if you have the pro and above version too. I'll start with the basic free version because everyone gets a free sales pipeline in HubSpot, and we'll kind of build off it from there. Let's dive in. On your deal pipeline in HubSpot, so that is a sales tool. You could get to it by going to sales and deals. And when you click on it, if it's your first time here, you'll see the default pipeline that HubSpot populates into every account here. And you can see there's only one pipeline, and this is what we're going to go and edit, and then we'll get into more detailed things like multiple pipelines, backend automation. There's a few ways of getting there, but I actually like to go to the gear, scrolling down to sales, clicking on deals is how I'm getting here. So what we can see from here is some basic settings, but we're not going to worry about those right now. We're going to look at, here are your sales pipelines. If you had multiple, they would appear here. And if you wanted to create a new one, it would be right here. You could rename it, reorder pipelines, etc. So now you can see the default deal pipeline that HubSpot populates into here and the default settings. This might not be what your company looks like, and you might not know that you can edit it. You can. So won and lost, I think, are important ones to keep. You can name those however you want, and then you can work in reverse. These are just guesses, but they will reflect on your reporting dashboard based on that. So when you create a report, if there is 5 deals in the qualified to buy, your forecasting report is going to be based on 40% likelihood to close into an actual deal. So just keep that in mind, but use your best guess and then refine as you go. So maybe you use your deal pipeline a little differently, and maybe this is your more like account-based marketing. Target prospect. It might be your very first stage, and you might want it to be more like 10%. In your next one might be in contact, or made contact is even better one. Made contact. And once you make contact, that's more like 20. And maybe this one's just not relevant, so you want to hit delete and that just goes away. Maybe you want to add multiple more stages. The fewer the better usually when you're getting going, but you can do whatever you want, and then you can drag them wherever you want. Another thing that I think is really great about customizing your deal pipeline here, we're just going to type some letters in, is right here. So edit properties. Essentially what you can say is when you drag or update a deal from, say, targeted prospect to made contact, you can have a pop-up come on your screen by checking these boxes and make it required too. So what that's going to do is when something gets entered here, it's going to kind of pop up on the screen and have whoever's doing that enter in an amount, which is really nice. So here too, you might have deal owner, all these things, whatever you want really, and maybe only this one's required. So when something moves from any of these stages into here, this is going to pop up on this screen. So that is how you customize your basic free sales pipeline in HubSpot, and you can play around with this as you want. The other thing we were going to talk about is creating a new pipeline. So say this is your ABM sales, or maybe you have a West Coast, however you want to do it. It's all up to you. So now we have that, it pre-populated again, and then you just edit them all over again. And then right here, you can switch between your pipelines. If you have pro version or above, you're going to have this automation tab. You'll have it in the free version too, but when you get here, it will have the bad news of you can't use this unless you upgrade. This is a really great update that HubSpot did. So you can start creating behaviors based on the stage in the pipeline. One of my favorites to use here is just adding a 30-day delay, or what, depending on your sales cycle. that whenever a deal sits in a stage for more than 30 days, it emails the deal owner that it hasn't moved. So that's just that nudging of, do you need to move this forward? Do you need to move it to close loss? What do you need to do with this to move it forward? So based on where it is in a pipeline, you can create a little workflow. Show more is what I always do. And then that's where you could do that example I told you, where that you do a 30-day delay, and then when that happens, send internal email to the contact owner and essentially say deal hasn't moved or whatever you'd like. You could also use this to update lifecycle stages. So you might want to set the property value lifecycle stage, or that's company value lifecycle stage, based on where it is in here. And you could do that from these two. You might also want to create tasks in each of these stages if your company is really good about using the HubSpot tasks. And you can do so much based on this little back-end automation that is now available to you. You could even do if-then branches, whatever you'd like. So that is how you customize your sales pipeline, create another pipeline, and use the back-end automation within your pipeline. I hope you found this helpful and you're able to go leverage this tool better. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot about how to use your sales pipeline to better grow your company. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube, comment, subscribe if you want more videos just like this one to help you with HubSpot. We're the Insight Studio, here to help you leverage HubSpot for your company to grow. If you need help with that or your inbound marketing, please reach out to us at theinsightstudio.com, and we'll see you next time. Bye.